our liver. Never go along. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Boy, don't pray for long fellow, he can pray for long life. As long as they live, you know, the better we grow. Fine, power is fine, oh, it can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, you know, a way to capsize. Sweet, sweet, kiss our liver. No for go alone. He must be can eat it, or a picture can eat it. Kiss our liver, kiss our liver, oh, sweet kiss our liver. No for go alone. You take it from Peter today, or Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. You take it from me right today, or mother will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, oh, by your fine, may in your favor. Well, people do to you, you dare to cry. Has enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. Our time is a lesson, yeah, rather this ahead. Sweet, sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone, mama. Human being can eat it, oh, the deer can eat it. Ah, kiss our liver. It's our liver, not for go alone. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for long fellow? He can pray for long life. As long as they're living, the better we grow. You take it from me right today, oh, Peter will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Hey, you take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, power is fine, oh, it can make you heavy. Looking like a crook, you know, a way to capsize. Ah, Kesawalio, Kesawalia, ah, Kesawalia, mama, no for go alone. Why don't pray for long fellow? He always pray for long life. As long as they're living, the better we grow, my people. Sweet, sweet, kiss our liver, no for go alone. That's enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time, papa. Our time is a lesson, yeah, brother, this ahead. I'm about the way, never where my way gone. Go alone, yeah. Sweet, sweet kiss our liver. Never go along. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for long fellow? He can pray for long life. As long as they live, you know, the better we grow. Fine power, if I know, it can make you heavy. It's just like a volcano, they pray to capsize. Sweet, sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone. Human being can eat it, or a picture can eat it. Kiss our liver, oh, sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone. You take it from Peter today, or Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. You check it from me right today, oh mother will check it from you tomorrow. Fine, oh by your fine, may in your fever. Well, people do to you, you dare to cry. Had enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. After me is a lesson, yeah, brother, this I had. Sweet, sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone, mama. Human being can eat it, oh, the deer can eat it. Kiss our liver. Our liver, not for go alone. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, sweet living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for long fellow? They can pray for long life. As long as they living, the better we grow. You check it from me right today, oh, Mary will check it from you tomorrow, mama. Hey, you take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow. Fine power, if I oh, it can make you heavy. Not for go alone, yeah. Sweet, sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Sweet, sweet living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for long fellow? He can pray for long life. As long as they live, you know, the better we grow. Fine power, if I know, it can make you heavy. It's just like a volcano, they pray to capsize. Sweet, sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone. Human being can eat it, or a picture can eat it. Kiss our liver, oh, sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone. You take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. You check it from me right today, oh, mother will check it from you tomorrow. Fine, oh by your fine, may in your fever. Well, people do to you, you dare to cry. Had enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. After me, a lesson, yeah, brother, this I had. Sweet, sweet kiss, I will leave out. Not for go alone, mama. Human being can eat it, the deer can eat it. Go to our leave. Sawa levo, no poco alone. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for long fellow? They can pray for long life. As long as they living, the better we grow. You check it from me right today, oh, better go check it from you tomorrow.
Again, folks, I'd like to say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on your location, where you're watching us from this evening. I'd like to say welcome to the Heat Tower here on BKS Television, BKS Radio in Buto Town, Nema County. On the Heat Tower, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullet. On today's edition of the Heat Tower, we got a couple of stories here for you. My name is Junior Payne, your regular host of this show. And of course, I'll be joined subsequently by all of the panelists here on the platform. So again, folks, I'd like to say welcome to you. A pleasant good evening to all of you and welcome to today's edition of the Heat Hour. On today's edition of the Heat Hour, we got a couple of stories for you. Like I said previously, the West African Examination Council Liberia chapter releases provisional results today for over 59,000 students who participated in the just ended WAS examination. President Joseph Yuman Boakai today Good evening, Shadrach. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Junior.
Your network is a little bit sticky. So again, I was giving the headlines for today's edition of the show. The West African Examination Council Liberia chapter today releases provisional results for over 59,000 students. And the president of the Republic of Liberia today inducted the new Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, Justice Bassey. We're going to be talking a little bit about that story here too as well. And of course, Integrity Watch Liberia hosts public dialogue on Asila Mental Liberia MDA. We're also going to be talking a little bit about that issue here too as well this evening. So again, folks, we'd like to say welcome wherever you're watching us from. Please make it your duty to share the show with somebody and let somebody share with somebody just so we can have a wonderful discussion here. You can drop your location where you're watching us from in the comment section. We're going to send out a shout out to all of you this evening. Allison Neongwe is also watching us this evening, but he didn't put his location. Allison, welcome to the show. Shadrach, over to you again. Good evening and welcome. What's on your mind this evening, Chief?
Yeah, good evening, Junior. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everybody.
Shadrach, are you there?
Are you hearing me? Hello? Junior, are you hearing me? Hello?
Yeah, I'm getting you now, Shadrach. Let's hear you. What's on your mind? I'm hearing you now. What's on your mind this evening, Chief?
All right. Like you listed a couple of things nationally. The industrial ceremony of the Chief Justice of Liberia, Councillor Kwekwe Bassey, and also the release of the WAPS results for 12 variables, is a national issue. But I want to say I'm happy to see the son of Nema becoming Chief Justice again after Councillor Kopo In between, we have one person from a different country, and name is Councillor Bese today. So that is a recognition of the hard work some of our brothers and sons, our daughters are doing in the legal profession rather. So I'm happy. I pray along with him that he do independent justice to all, not selected justices for all for no elite people or people call it rich people. So let the justice be done to all, as our constitution no dictates. I'm also a bit concerned when listen to the result today, National Election Commission, sorry, WAS, with the disqualification of other students who were caught with phones. Some of them, they were impersonated. Even their teacher were caught taking tests for somebody. What does that mean in our society? You went to school for years. You sat in class and listened to teachers. You've been taught for years. You want to tell me you cannot think for yourself to take your test? And even the teacher himself need to be prosecuted, even go in jail for no inside how to call it, facilitating such a no educational crime. So I was shocked. And that is very bad in our society. Most of the students though these days are not taking into consideration their own benefit, their future. Do you know what those guys want? During our days, we now have internet. There are no books. Yet indeed, we fought. We walk from place to place.
Shadrach, can you drop the line? Shadrach, can you drop the line and re-enter? Your line is really, really bad. You keep
Okay,
breaking in, Chief.
okay.
Again, folks would like to say welcome to the show. Welcome to all of you here this evening. It's our pleasure to have you guys on the show here today. Let's say good evening to you, Mr. Alan Zor. You're watching us from Ganta City this evening. I would like to say welcome to the show too as well. Let's go for this break. When we come back, we will continue with today's edition of the Heat Hour here on BKS Television. My name is Junior Payne. Of course, I'm here with Prentice, Doma, Shadrach, Tobe, and the rest of the guys will be joining us very shortly. But let's go for this break. When we come back, we continue with the show here.
If they get from Peter go along. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Boy, don't pray for a long fellow, he can pray for a long life. As long as they live, the better we grow. Power is fun, it can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, a way to capsize. Sweet, sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone. He won't be can eat it, or a picture can eat it. Kiss our liver, oh, sweet kiss our liver. Not for go alone. You take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. You take it from me right today, oh, mother will take it from you tomorrow.
Again, we'd like to say welcome back to the show here this evening. My name is Junior Payne. Prentice Doma is here with his Zoga Tour is here. We hope to be joined shortly by Shadrach G. Tobe too as well. I Siawete, let's welcome you to the show. Good evening and welcome. Chi, what's on your mind this evening?
Thank you, Junior. It's a pleasure to once more appear on this platform, and we we are excited. And folks in Radio Land, we want to say good evening. Per your location, we say good afternoon, good morning. I mean, we are happy to be here once again, and good evening to both of you, Mr. Prentice Doma and the host Junior, and the folks that will be joining us. I mean, it's a pleasure to be back, like I said, after a healthy week of election. You know, we are happy that we are happy to be here. And also today there were a series of occasion, in Liberia today, where we had the Chief Justice were officially retiring from her post, and then
Is it only from my end? Siawete, you really breaking in. I don't know what's happening.
I'm getting Siawete. So, Jenny, I think it's from your end.
I don't know whether it's from my end or it's happening.
I'm actually getting Siawete.
Okay.
June, go
Give
off
it
and
up.
come back.
Let me go in the back and rejoin again to see.
Yeah. Yeah, so printers, like I was saying, I mean, today was kind of basic day for Liberia, and it was another historic day for our country. Liberia have moved from a pre-war start. They are now moving to the pre-war status, where I mean, democracy now is being practiced in every sector of government. The adherence to the rule of law has now become the order of the day, because mind you, we are transitioned from where we used to be now, and we are now transitioned to a very mature and responsible country and government. Constitutionally, once the person reaches 70, it's a requirement. So I listened to the journalists today. They gave certain caption for the retirement today, but I mean, that's it. And the rule of law, people had to go by the rule of law. So today, the rule of law, actually took its course. There are a lot of people from different sectors. You have the commissioners from LTA. They were confirmed a few weeks ago, and today they were also commissioned. And then ambassadors from various, that will represent Liberia in various countries too, were also commissioned today as well. But one thing that actually catch my mind was all of them made speech, but there were two speeches that actually catch me, and I mean it was actually powerful. The speech from Honorable Masakwe, Honorable Masakwe is being one person I've admired over a period of time. He's been a very brilliant lawmaker, not because he's from the Unity Party, but he's a very quiet gentleman I've known over the years, even with our political activities. His position today was very powerful when he said, Mr. President, there are 5 point some more million human beings and over 1 point some more million persons that are qualified, Liberians that are qualified for this job. But giving me this opportunity to serve, and out of qualified men, and to repose your confidence in me, I can assure you that I will not fail you, and I will not fail the Liberian people. And he also spoke about the Senate. Most of those concerned, and the people raised about the universal asset, and and all of that, people in a neutral land where they are living like they are out of out of the world. So I mean, there were a lot of speeches. Even John Balut, Ambassador John Balut, who also spoke. I mean, it was a good thing. I follow it religiously, and I think today, even with the retirement of the Chief Justice, there were a lot of speeches farewell. And, you saw lawyers converge. And I mean, it was historic because I think after the war, Mrs. Yo is I think the third Chief Justice in our history, or female Chief Justice in our history. So I mean, it was a historic moment today in our country. So while it's true we expected our guests, but then we were somehow disappointed. But that's it. But we are here. Good evening, veteran.
Veteran Marvel
How are you?
David, your man DJ when I can't learn for you. Yeah, what did DJ give me my kinsman hard time? He come from where booyah and be giving my secretary my people that hard done it.
Let him focus on his district. He got a new lawmaker now. He should be concerned about that.
What day? DJ can't forget about our 2023 defeat. Yeah.
That's
Gian.
Yeah, Princess, let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Like, you forgot now that you moderating. You the host.
No, I'm trying to get something. That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Too many things that say happening. But for me, I'm this person with vast interest in not just our local politics, but world politics as well. So I know the entire world's attention today is in the U.S. in Alaska. Just a moment ago, I was watching live the arrival of Russian President Putin, and it is the first time since the Russia-Ukraine war that Putin is going to have a face. In fact, Putin is having a face-to-face interaction with a U.S. president, and there are several other issues that the media is discussing about. Among which the thing the two presidents are going to discuss and key is the Russia-Ukraine war, even though there are some other economic issues. And what is of interest is that the discussion is going on with in the absence of Ukrainian leader Zelensky, and I think it's drawing a lot of concern. But President Trump being the man he is only, he's very clear that I think before the meeting said President Trump has been clear that based on how fruitful the conversation will be, I mean the discussion will last longer. I think yesterday evening, when I followed the news, he even said it's likely that the two of them have a joint press engagement, but it depends. It all depends on how the conversation will go. But if not, he's going to do a solo press engagement. So that was something that I kept following with keen interest since the last 2 to 3 days, and it's good because. I think President Trump got all of his problems, but he's really doing his best in terms of stabilizing, conflicts in other regions. Just this year, the White House is claiming that he has been able to make peace in 5 major conflicts around the world, including the DR Congo and Rwanda conflicts. And we hope that his conversation with Putin will be able to lead to subsequent engagement involving the two presidents of Russia and Ukraine, because that's what the media is speculating. And the war there for the last 3 years has had trickle down impact on the rest of the world. So we really hope that we can find some solution. And like Sawate said, back home we had a very colorful day, most especially in Nimbayans. One of us was commissioned as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Liberia, and as his honor Justice Bessie Yami Kokok Bese. He comes from Nimba, and it feels good. And there was one remark that the president made, and I think that has been one of the vices that have eaten up every fabric of our society. No more saying, "Do you know who I am?" and you know who you're talking to. Do you know who I am? And if the president is true to his word, and the executive and all the arms of government go on to execute, the president's words today, it truly means that yes, Liberia is getting on the right trajectory. Where sometimes even adherence to rule of law will go beyond our position in society, because that has been one thing that people have mostly have problem with our judiciary system, that people mostly cast doubt on the independence of our judiciary system, with most accusing a lot of time that it only gets to work for the wealthy and rich class, and other people in privileged positions in society.
Th-
So we really
Thank
look
you.
forward to a day. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, my man. You wanted to take the whole time back. Just what on your mind, my man? You want to explain
That
everything.
one made that
Wow.
one made you the host. When you see me going beyond, you cut me off.
The man a
You,
politician.
I tell you, man, they hard to deal with the politician. Anyways,
Okay,
Shada, we're gonna come back to
technician,
we're gonna,
technician, come in.
we're gonna come back to you, Shada, but let's go to Mr. Maverson. Good evening, Mr.
Yeah,
Maverson. Welcome to the
hey,
space.
Shamra Speed, the Canadian no scholar.
Yeah, thank you. What's on my mind? I would first of all want to say thank you to the voters in District 5. They did a great job. It does not count who is elected, but at least the people have spoken, and the voice of man is the voice of God. And so we want to say hats up to them for going through a peaceful process and determining a leader whom they see as the reflection of themselves. And we want to urge the newly elected reps to know that he's one among multiples of citizens, sons and daughters of Buyao, but the people chose to repose their confidence in him. He should do the best he can not to disappoint them. It's one thing to be leader or to want to be a leader, and it's yet another thing to stand up to the task and do the work for which you were elected to do. So congratulations to him for his well-deserved victory. But victory comes with prize, and the prize is to work for the people. And on the international front, I just want to say we are looking forward to a fruitful discussion between Vladimir Putin and that of President Trump. I think Trump is doing a marvelous job when it comes to breaking out peace deals amongst conflict regions and nations, because those of us who are in the West, we can feel the impact of the Russia-Ukraine war. It served as a major uh, disruption to the agricultural sector globally, and it's creating a serious trickle-down impact. From 2020, if I can recall, if you were to go to the store to buy food items, the price was very reasonable. 5 years later, things have changed dramatically, and a bulk of it is as a result of the foreign crisis between Russia and Ukraine. And it's good that Trump has realized the double hands of the US and trying to repel so that this cannot push us into a third World War scenario or fourth World War scenario, whatever it is, because Russia is indeed a superpower. We can see it over the period with the conglomeration of forces uh, against his army and to survive the war up to this time. Because if you are on the outside, you would think that it's just Ukraine-Russia war, but the reality is the entire West, because every economy of the West is contributing tremendously. And I know how much we contribute, and I know how much it affects our tax dollars. But it's a good thing to call an end to the process and let the world enjoy peace, stability, and economic growth as it was in the past. And in Morovia, yes, we want to say congratulations to Yamin Kwekwe Bessie. He's one of the sons of our land. He comes from the mountainside, and we are happy. The only thing is he's going to be one of the shortest Chief Justice based on the age, as I'm told. He will be replaced prior to or before the 2029 elections because of the age. The position comes with an age limit, and when you reach it, it's constitutional that you give way. But it's a great joy to see him ascend to that level of authority as someone who comes from Nima. We want to reach all of our people in motherland, well. And we say always to all of us, Liberians, whether in the diaspora, whether in the country, learn to be an ambassador for your country. Learn to present a positive image of Liberia, because Liberia is all we have. To make it better, it got to be us. And let us do our part. Let us play our part. Let us present the image that we need as a community. That way, it will help us to grow. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I don't know what happened to Prentice and Shadrach, but I hope they join us back so that we can have a wonderful, wonderful conversation here this evening. Again, we will go back to this issue of the. But there is a breaking news that I just received. The president of the Republic of Liberia will be traveling tomorrow to Japan, and he will be traveling along with 23 high level officials. The Minister of Finance is on that trip. The Minister of Lands and Mines is on that trip. The Minister of Health is on it. Almost half of the ministers are going. I don't know what's happening, but the executive mansion just posted that the president will be traveling tomorrow. He will depart the country tomorrow on Saturday to attend the 9th Tokyo International Conference on Africa Development. So he will be leaving with 23 high-level officials of the country, including Sarah Beslow Yanti, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Augustins Newfoy, Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Waymond Pay, Minister of Mines and Energy, and the rest of the folks. 23 persons they are going with the president, including his personal aide, his security, his protocol staff. All of them are leaving. So probably they might be in 30 or something. We will come back to that discussion and discuss it. But today was the induction ceremony of Chief Justice Yamin Kwekwe Bessie. I'm going to ask one question to all of us. What does this mean to the people of Nima? What does this mean to the people of Liberia? What are your expectations of Justice Bessie turn at the Supreme Court of Liberia? Let's start with you, Mr. Matheson. From you, we go to Prentice and then Siawete.
I think it means a whole lot for the people of Liberia vis-a-vis Nima County. As I stated earlier in my opening statement, for the fact that he comes from Nima, I see it as a blessing for the country, because this government is one that was heavily supported by the people of Nima. And to every political process comes dividends. Political dividends are not giving in heaven, they're giving on earth. And it's good that we have the vice president and now we have the Chief Justice. That is an indication that the vote from Neymar counts, and that's an indication that Neymar is doing well. And I think there a sentence to position of trust will create an inspiration to the younger generation, because Baise is not from the elite class. He's someone who was born in struggle and went through the ranks and files of the struggles and climbing to the ladder and becoming the Chief Justice of the Republic. I think there are a lot to learn from that, especially from the younger generation. He's a role model and a father figure. And so it plays well. And on the national front, Chief Justice Baise has been one of the fearless judges in Liberia, whose opinion on judiciary issue remains as independent and as fair and clean as ever. And so we will see a different judiciary system under the Baise, or we look forward to seeing a different and more responsible judiciary system under Baise, where cases will not just lay low on the docket, but will be judicially, and expeditiously adjudicated, and corporates will be brought to book, because he's one person who is not afraid, and I see the independence of the judiciary system under his leadership, wherein there will be no executive influence or legislative influence or whatever nature, because he's proving himself, he's exemplified himself over the period, and his past history can tell that his ascendancy will indeed be a blessing for Liberia.
Thank you so much. Siawite, let's hear you.
Yeah, like you said, what it means for Nimba in Liberia, I know Councillor Baise, even when he was practicing law as a private lawyer and not going to government, he one person that got principles. And his ascendancy actually came very fast, because from 2016, being appointed as relieving judge, and then 2022 by President Weah as one of the justices, and then in a space of 3 years, he assumed now to the position of Chief Justice. Like the big brother said, it's a proud to Nimba, because one of us being promoted to that position. Nimba, from history, I think we have had people who have served that position diligently over the past time. You had the late Blaze, and then you have Kokpo, who also served that position, and then you have Baise today. So Nimbayans are always, when they are always in that position, and when they get to that position, I think they have a mark. So it's a proud to our country. And one thing he keep emphasizing on, even during his confirmation, is the issue of reform to the judiciary. Another thing he raised is that most lawyers are not really reading. And when it comes to the law, most times they go to the court, and he asks them for their own. He emphasizes on a lot of things, and about their own law, about their own cases. Sometimes it takes them minutes to even respond, and he lay out a lot of things about training, how people need to be trained. And another challenge, and he put forth to the Senate when I filed a confirmation, was the issue of how lawyers are not willing to go to the hinterland, because that was most of the issue. And most of those senators raised about their country being vulnerable, where someone graduate from school, they are not willing to go serve a magistrate, they are not willing to go, like country attorney or other position. Most presidents want to be in Monrovia. And another thing he touched equally was the issue of the constitution we have. And the constitution, he made reference to that. He made emphasis on that. And then also the Justice Boyka Kane also made emphasis on that, how the constitution of Liberia need to be rewritten, most of those articles need to be looked at because they don't fit into the current day reality of our existence as a country. So from what I see, even today, he emphasized that as well about the constitution and about bringing reform and all these things to admit is it also borders around money and the independence of the justice system or the judiciary. And I know Councillor Gbese to be someone who is straight to the point, even being a relieving judge. You know, Councillor Gbese have handled most of the critical cases in Liberia here with the issue, and with the central bank guys. Most of those cases, I think, if I'm not mistaken, out of the Bernie Samuka case, I think he presided over that. And some of those cases, I mean, he like when they ask him, he say he go to the law. Yeah, he go to the law. He work with the law. He don't work for anybody. He work as the constitution or the law says. So he's a kind of blunt person with principle. I think his leadership will bring some relief to the justice system in our country, and we trust him for that. And we are very hopeful. Like he kept emphasizing on the issue of reform, even the president as well. Because if you actually look at our constitution, most of those things you see, they don't fit in our current day reality. It's just some there you see it's just repetition of America or other. They just say America. Even like he made emphasis of out of the New York, he made emphasis of two states, in the United States. I think one was New York and another one out of California, or one of them. So our constitution it does not really fit, our current position as a nation and the current day reality of what we need to be governed, under the law. So I mean, his leadership, for me, I have explicit confidence in him, and not just for Nima, but Liberia as a whole. Because even the current, like the past impasse, he gave a position clear. Not because the
You see that I got some little question about the past impasse, and thankfully you brought it up. For the first time, he supported his comrade's decision. And when he left, he went to Nima County doing, I think, the march. Was it the march 10 of code or something like that? And he made emphasis to it when the House of Representatives went for sitting. One of Bond County's sitting representative for the family referred to his statement as Laker talk. Now, upon his return to the Supreme Court, the second hearing, which of course three of the justices ruled in favor of the former speaker Kofa, he took another stand. He has his own opinion on the issue. It got me a little bit confused because at first you supported this idea, and the comrades from the House of Legislature, they referred to your statement at that time as Laker talk, and most of the justices were angry with that. Even the current Chief Justice Gbese, during the that was the hearing, he told the petitioner that time that you guys referred to my statement as a Laker talk. When we make this very clear, I don't know what you guys would say in all of that, but surprisingly, during the ruling, he had different stand on that. Why?
but I don't know which occasion you are speaking about, but I think Councillor Gbese's position in the entire impasse, it was clear that the issue in the house was political. It needed to be handled at the level. Because even if you look at the ruling, I'm not a lawyer. I don't have any idea on such, but the position of the first ruling in December, I think around December, was very clear. So it almost like go and settle your business in your home. So I don't know from which angle you are speaking. And even the final decision of the Supreme Court, that's why he gave a dissenting opinion so that it can serve as a record for tomorrow. Because that could also appear in the future. That's why he made a position. But with that incident, I'm not too clear about that to speak on.
Thank you. Shadrach, welcome back. What do you make of Councillor Baise being the Chief Justice of Liberia? What does it mean for Nima County? What does it mean for Liberia at large? And what are you expecting from his leadership at the Supreme Court of Liberia?
Yeah, no, like I was saying before, my no connection was no distorted, and Minister Speaker always spoke about the impact which has similar view, like see how it is. For me, I don't want that people feel that I praising too much because he's my kinsman. Because when I was coming up, even my first time to vote for Senatorial election 2005, I voted for Councillor Kwesi. But guess at that time I was campaigning for Manasseh on the party tickets when Yamaten was also contesting on the party ticket at the time. So the Johnson was in the race. But I have the kind of a personal love for Councillor Kwesi at the time. I was a young man at the time, but I used to admire how even all the president, he doesn't know me at all personally, but I just like know a lifestyle. So very quiet, the secretary said straightforward, and he's not the kind of a person you will see it, you'll be hearing about he all kind of contesting things as a lawyer, where I have no idea if it happens. So he estimated to know the position of Chief Justice of Liberia. I feel there will be independent justices for people across the country. Is a If he performs that way, it's a good image to know Nema because the son of Nema when he bring that independency in the justice system for our country. That tells the direct people that yes, indeed, people come from Nema and stay on the ground to do the rightful thing. So for me, I like it personally. So let me not dive too much into praising before people feel like okay, they will praise him because he's here from Nema, XYZ. But I see it as good for Liberia as whole, as a nation.
Thank you so much. Let's recognize Armstrong Kuba Selekbo on the show here tonight. Armstrong will be talking about his new appointment as the political advisor to the chairman of CMC or the political leader of
So the
CMC,
political leader.
the political leader of CMC, Musa Ability. But Printed, let's hear you with this Chief Justice thing. What do you think of his preferment today? I mean, as a son of Nima and one of the emerging politicians of Nima County, what do you think this appointment means for the people of Nima County?
It's a win for us, and like everybody has said, Nimba technically took CDC on and brought Unity Party back to power. So obviously, to whom much is given, much is expected. So the appointment and subsequent confirmation and commissioning of His Honor Justice Kokpo is a testament to President Bwaka's commitment to staying real to folks and regions and counties that supported him. And moreover, not just that Councillor Kokpo's preferment is a testament to President Bwaka's commitment to staying true to regions and others who supported him. It also proves that the government is working with some of the very best in our country because everybody has narrated His Honor Justice Kokpo's history in the judicial system, citing cases, famous cases that he's presided over, and his own opinions, even as at the level of the Supreme Court. The most recent one, the impasse of the 55th legislature when he had to provide a dissenting opinion, and I hear you questioning Siawete, making some impression that there was contradiction, which I think I would not want to agree with. I think his statement of dissent to the majority on the Supreme Court bench at the time. It was just consistent with initial or previous opinion of the Supreme Court that the court cannot do for the horse what it can do for itself. So it was the case was clearly political, and the horse at the time up to now they haven't established any rules when the Constitution gave them that right to establish rules leading to the impeachment proceedings of any speaker or his members and leaders. So then again, the same horse thought, in fact, the same Supreme Court thought to provide, very clear direction. But at least there was a history that His Honor Justice Copper had to present or make his own position on the issue clear. So for me, I consider it a win for us Nimbayans, because at least there have been so many pressure that Nimbayans should be mainstream Nimbayans and should be given top level government positions. And to be real, in my ancient time, this the only government I have seen in real sense giving very meaningful position to Nimbayans, not as token, yeah, but at least putting us in role that we can play real, we can contribute to the growth and development of our country.
Thank you so much. Let's welcome to the show Ashkan Bobaserakbo. Ashkan is here tonight to talk to us about his recent appointment as political advisor to Musa Hassan Belete, the political leader of CMC. Good evening, Ashkan. Welcome to the show this evening.
Firstly, let me say good
Senator
evening.
Slagbo, we are blocking with this CMC car.
Is that a new car?
Firstly, let me say good evening to you. Let me also say good evening to the peace-loving citizens listening to us at this time. I'm happy to be live tonight. Most often I try, I can be unfortunate, but again, I'm happy to be here tonight.
Thank you for being here, Armstrong. We're going to discuss a lot more things here tonight. DK, welcome to the show, Chief. Armstrong, recently when you appear on this platform, you told us that you were the political advisor to Senator Samuel Gongwe Koga. Are you still the political advisor to Samuel Koga, or you have changed?
Firstly, at this stage, I'm just a political consultant now to Koga, because I cannot be advising a president waiting, and I also be an advisor to a senator. So the senator now, I can play a consultancy role to him as per my nomenclature now and my status in society. I can compare myself now with Madira Cooper and the rest of the guys working at the executive market. I believe very soon we will be at the executive national tool. Being a political advisor to just a senator for a country, I think that days are over now. My credentials as far as that. I can consult him. Like this evening, I will here. I pay a courtesy visit to the senator in Ganta. Yesterday, I paid a courtesy visit to him. But I told him I was clear that right now, I see myself now as a minister of state in the next government or a political advisor to the next government. So I can't be an advisor to a senator now. But I will get placed on consultancy role.
When you appear here again on the same platform, panelists ask you, were you going to join any political party? You said no until 2026, if my memory could set me right. Now, have you changed to go to CMC or something wrong somewhere that we don't know about?
President, I think being very clear and bold tonight, the political dynamics of the country is getting to the point where like-minded young people have to come around. My thinking was that I could just become an advisor to Senator Koga.
Ashton, can you draw near your camera a little bit? We are not hearing you.
Are you getting me now?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
You are getting me now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, like I said, the political dynamics of the country put us into a situation where we all need to be very serious about this country. As you can see, the Unity Party government have failed miserably. they are proving beyond all reasonable doubt that all of what they accuse CDC of, they are full time doing the same thing. That the issue of the drugs in Liberia, they said before that CDC was responsible for drugs. But today I saw Samuel have Marcy along with the superintendent, along with two drugs law justice who happen to be the most notorious drugs law in Liberia, living in Ghana. He was wearing the same T-shirt, and he's a best friend of Samuel Hart. I can tell you that the city mayor of Ghana and most of these city mayors are part of the drug war. Since then, that even the superintendent was there, I mean, the superintendent is also dealing drugs. So with all of those things that they accused Fina Bono and everybody for yesterday, their inability to withstand these things to change the country, coupled with the discrimination and looking at the way the Baka government is being very nepotistic and very corrupt, where people are doing money laundering, for instance, in Nima County, where the superintendent of Nima is claiming that she has used $7.1 million in less than 1 year, 8 months, a budget that is more than 9 spending entities in the same 1 year, 8 months. That alone shows that the country is on a wrong path, and the CMC came to me to recruit me. They reached out to me as a proposal that I feel that the CMC is the best way forward. So based on that, I left the sabbatical. I accepted the job to be the political advisor to the next president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Musa Hassan Bilete. As I'm speaking to you now, I'm in Secretary in the home of the next president. I just came out to have a press interview with you.
Thank you. Recently, you told us that you have a file before the Vice President of Liberia, Honorable Jeremiah Kpakun. You were seeking for a job. If the Vice President gave you that job and tells you to leave CMC, will you do that?
First, the Vice President lacked the ability to reconcile the country. He lacked the ability to reconcile everybody. The Vice President of recent, I went to the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, where I am one of the most experienced persons in my department. I went there to get a job. The Vice President office called, and they told the Finance Minister and the people never to give me a job. Charity, no, I told him I was there. And Dapuzo was the one who, he and I went there. So he lacked the reconciliation. Honorable Larry P. Yonkwe got a consultancy with the Ministry of, with the House of Representatives and the Vice President office to be able to manage a census report, as you may be aware. And that consultancy came from UNFPA. But because the consultancy has to be approved by the Vice President office, the Vice President nepotistically denied Honorable Yonkwe that position on ground that if Honorable Yonkwe get a position, you'll be too powerful in the country. I mean, there are a lot of things. So there is no way this Vice President can give me a job. There is no way, because if I could go to my own old working place where I left, I went to Nimakana to advocate. Ministry of Finance, I worked with them for 9 years. I was one of the most experienced person at the sub-national level. And I went there for a consultancy, and then telephone call coming from Vice President office to deny me. Then where is it that you will give me a job? So I've gone beyond job now. I don't need job again. I believe that we have to focus on the struggle to ensure that our side wins. That's why we are building a CME to become a major alternative to the Unity Party government. We're going to be going for a third force alliance, where we'll build an alliance that will be able to stand strong to defeat the Unity Party government. Because looking at the political dynamics, you notice that the CMC is the only new party that is clean from all of these things. The Unity Party accused the CDC of being a drug dealer. Now the Unity Party king, the city mayors, the Samuel Hardy, and all city mayors, superintendent, commissioner, all of them, they are now dealing drugs. The example was seen today in Ghana. A superintendent is supposed to be clean from drugs. She was married with justice.
I'm sure. Let me hold you there for a little bit. When you say the superintendent is dealing drugs, what do you mean?
First, if you sitting down over there, you can marry with a bigger drug dealer, justice. The pictures are on Facebook. You say no to drugs, it means you're making mockery out of the people. This is a man who is new in the South. He was driven from Southeast. He came to Ghana. He selling drugs out. Then he car with the superintendent. So what is it?
But I'm sure I'm sure the purpose of the no
together.
I'm sure the purpose of the say no to drugs campaign was to bring people together, to bring even drugs addicts together, to tell them the wrongs in the drugs thing. But you are referring to the senator as the superintendent as a drug law. What do you mean, Senator? I'm sure.
birds of the same feather flock together. I cannot say I'm saying no to drugs. Instead of me bringing people of high IQ, they are bringing the drugs while we are drinking, celebrating profusely in the Uganda state, making mockery of the population. Only because those people feed their children doesn't live in Lima. And I mean, but the point I'm trying to make here is
1 minute, I'm coming. When you say birds with the same feather fly together, the person who you serve as a political advisor to currently, Musa Hassan Belete, FIFA sanctioned him for corruption. Are you corrupt too as well?
FIFA are not proving a case against my honorable His Excellency Musa Belete. There have been nowhere where you have been put. Look, I'm a student of criminal justice, right? Every rule that is broken, it comes with punishment. There have been no specific punishment prescribed that have been prescribed that have been used against Musa Hassan Belete. The FIFA hasn't been able to come and arrest this guy, incarcerating anything. That was just an international policy against Musa. People say he couldn't go to America, he been to America. Right now, you'll be in America September to attend ULA program as guest speaker. You'll be going to Canada next week. Now, the very straightforward in the FIFA delegation has invited him for a forum. So you see, there was just a propaganda to deny him based on racism, because he was an ordinary Mandingo man coming from Nima, wanted to be a FIFA president. That affected him. And to me, that was bad indeed. But notwithstanding, he's one of the best Nima I've ever seen, best Liberian, an entrepreneur, a businessman, politician, man who has lived all his life struggling to get to where he is. So as political advisor to him, I hope you can direct your questions to some of the strategy we're going to put together to reconcile this country.
Thank you. We have Kelvin Matari here tonight. Kelvin would like to say welcome. We'll come to you very shortly, Kelvin. But let's hear from you, Prentice. You have 2 questions to Armstrong. From you, we go to Shadrach and the rest of the panelists.
Thank you. My brother Goba, good evening.
Good evening, boss.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for being with us this evening. But I have this concern, just to complement the question that Gina asked earlier. Firstly, I want to understand you tried saying, in fact, you said our famous parlance that birds of the same feather flock together. And Gina raised, a very sensitive issue regarding your political leader involvement with FIFA. And you said there was no punishment. And in my possession, I have a ruling from FIFA that even fined honorability $500,000 for 10 years. He was banned from watching any FIFA recognized matches. And because FIFA doesn't have its activities going to our normal court system, so you, the criminal justice practitioner, you will not see them appear in court. And FIFA bans all the kind of punishment comes through the FIFA Code of Arbitration. So how well do you know FIFA that you think your political leader was only dragged out of the FIFA presidency out of racism? Kowa. Kowa, the next person who ain't getting me?
I mean, I was getting hear you.
Why you got to know when it's No. Maybe they never not going encyclopedia.
So again, folks, if you're just joining the show, you're listening to the Heat Hour here on BKS Television. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullet. We are in conversation with Armstrong Goba Selekpo, the newly appointed political advisor to Musa Hassan Belete, the political leader of CMC. But again, since Armstrong have left, we'll go to Kelvin DJ.
So, Junior, Armstrong was here for last minute. He will join us after their program tomorrow. So if he come back, just take a parting comment, and we have a schedule for him after their program tomorrow. Kevin will be the guest to talk about the NDR victory in the Nima by election. So anytime he comes, Kevin, just hold on when Armstrong return, so that at least he can answer Doma question and give a parting comment. We will actually arrange for him coming back next week after their program in Sunny College.
DK,
Thank you.
then why brought him today?
No, he was to highlight activities surrounding their program tomorrow. So after that,
Okay,
then
so
he will have
Okay.
full
highlight
up. Yes,
tomorrow program.
yes,
Okay. Then
But,
that
for
was
announcement
good.
already.
That was
yes. So
good.
yes, we
He
can
was
ask him.
supposed to just be given the platform to discuss his program, then to ask questions.
No, you
Uh,
you guys can ask him. But the thing is, we don't have control on what Armstrong had to say. So
no,
Armstrong is
no,
here
no.
to
I,
highlight their program. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
I'm prepared to talk. I'm prepared. You can give me. As you can see, the cover of the political leader just arrived. You can see the
go
political
back,
leader CMC arrived. So I
go
can just
back.
talk about the program before I leave.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
that, do that. Then we'll go to NDR.
Okay,
Thank you.
tomorrow we'll be having Sarah high-profile Nibayans join the CMC, which includes Honorable Larry P. Youngquay, one of the most educated intellectuals of our time, and he will be appointed tomorrow as Vice Chairman for Statistics and Planning, and Honorable Drogba Harrison Luo, who is also will be appointed tomorrow as coordinator for Advisory Council will be appointed. Madam Ya Tokpa to wife of Prince O.S. Tokpa, and we also have over 45 different groupings of Nibayan, mostly who are affiliated with CDC. They will also be joining the MDR to help MDR. We'll be joining the CMC tomorrow, and we're going to have a very good program. After the program, I will hope that we sit, we talk, and I'm prepared to be on this platform continuously to discuss the next government and the way forward for Liberia. I would like to take questions about our development plan and my pieces of advice to the political leader. But as a matter of fact, you guys should celebrate a position, because to see a young man like me coming from Gaipa, the native part being a political leader, sitting now a political advisor to the political, sitting now as the next political advisor to the sitting president, incoming sitting president, is a plus for Nima politics. And again, I wanted to critique the Unity Party government. I'll be waiting for to have all of the conversations. I also want to say that we're not going to insult from the CMC. We're going to be very clear to the point. I mean, the MDR election, I want to close by saying the election in Buya, we don't recognize the result because Barry Badier, a very good candidate, are filing complete. There was a vote of 988 votes that was given to the female candidate. It was turned by the MDR as 20 votes. The vote have been stolen. I hope tomorrow we can have all of these conversations. Let me tell you, people, what will be my position and what will be our position as we move forward. I also want to be clear that most of the reason why you see Nimaya putting to CMC is because of the illiteracy in the vice president office and the recklessness in illiteracy in the vice president office, and also the way the vice presidency is being very much secrecy, cacophonious, corrupt, and the care Matale mentioned now, one of those stole Prince Johnson pay about the money. I was on the committee, he stole the money, he know about it.
I think we already provided
So
the
all of those
information,
criminal
Junior.
acts that are taking place for the
The
MDR, I
host
hope you know
number.
about it. And I'll be prepared to
But
challenge
thank
this
you.
thing to
We'll talk to
discuss
you
all of
another
those things.
time.
So tomorrow,
Thank
I
you.
hope
Thank you,
we can
Bola.
have a fair program tomorrow. My one will be able to take care of the thing to express most of the reason why you see people are not satisfied with the criminal enterprise of the MDR, including the office of the vice president. I thank you.
Thank you, Boba. Thank you for being here tonight. That was the voice of Armstrong Goba Select, the newly appointed advisor to Musa Hassan Belete, speaking to us here this evening on the Heat Tower. Good evening and welcome to the show, Kelvin. It's a pleasure having you here tonight, physically, not via telephone.
Oh, thank you. I guess I'm live on the show now, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm always
Welcome once
excited to
again.
be on the platform. Excited to be on the platform. I've been struggling to come visually at this, but it's been honored, man. But another day, with Nima, their computer been able to know it, so I got to send for the other computer for the gentleman to come help me because I actually wanted to come in today, physically on the show. So again, we are excited to be on the platform.
Again, Kelvin, I'm excited to see you here tonight. Your candidate, Koto Kwagu, won the electoral seat in district number 5. You stood your grounds. You stood the grounds of MDR when other people side where you say you would stand by Koto Kwagu, and you did. Now Koto has won the representative seat in District 5. What does it mean for MDR and you personally?
So thank you very much as National Vice Chair for Press and Publicity for the Movement for Democracy and Reconstruction. We want to say again, thanks to the people of NEMA. As you might be aware, NEMA is the home for the Movement for Democracy and Reconstruction, and it's been validated, it's been confirmed over again, and NEMA has always made us proud. The last election is another confirmation. And when we make the decision, like you regularly said, we were condemned. The executive committee were condemned. We were castigated. But on our table, there were men who stood with one of us. I say one of us, Koto Kwagu. This is a gentleman for the last almost 2-3 decades. He been in our district. When I say 2-3 decades, people can count at one for me. For all the decades I try to attach on people work they have done. But the point I try to make is Koto, whatever he worked for, he been invest in our district. And this is why I think the people at NEMA, people who know the MDR, they are celebrating now. And there are multiple calls coming to the national chairman of the party, coming to the executive members, NEMA County chapter, that the decision was not the perfect one, but oh yes, it was one of the best decisions we make. Before we arrive at decision, there were always this committee that been constituted will go back home, and the committee went to the Buyao belt, particularly in the district number 5 belt. They spent almost 3 or 4 weeks. They were asking the stakeholder, what are the candidate cut across? What is history? And they brought this report. We never just sat in Monrovia to unanimously endorse Koto Kwagu. The decision was triggered by a report from a constituted committee by the Cooper Kura-led chairmanship or stewardship. And it was based on our committee report. The executive committee unanimously endorsed Koto Kwagu. And today, we are proud of that decision. And on your show, as I'm one of the followers, some of the loose talk or like that gentlemen are just going. He's just a man of political party. The home of the MDR is NEMA. Now you're talking about CMC whatsoever. Say absolutely no. And Nibaden have proven it over again. What we want to say is we don't want to be selfish in the party. There is a rebranding that is on a way or retreat, and we are calling all the young people. You can be in another party, you even be MDR. This is why I was telling Mark Bloom the last time. I said the Movement for Democracy story and Senator Johnson's story. So card-holding partisan of the MDR before you boast of MDR. If Senator Johnson was a mark on Nibadian, that mark is visible on every Nibadian. So necessarily, you guys are MDR. Indirectly, you are MDR partisan. And let own this party. Let us not undermine some of the discussion. We'll make the decision, some of the discussion for the young people. Oh, MDR, look at the decision they make. The MDR Finney, who told you on the table, sometimes the discussion is heated, sometimes people have diverse. MDR decision has made her candidate to emerge victorious. So again, we are proud of ourselves. And before you come in, let me use this medium also to use it as my intro to tell the people of Buyao, thank you very much. The people at NEMA, you make us proud. You listen to us. We give you one of us. We say one of us, someone who knows about the district. an engineer who know the infrastructure challenges in our district. As you might be aware, that the Buyao Belt or District Number 5 is one of the remote districts I travel in our district. And it's not just a PhD holder or master degree holder can certify the kind of anxiety or the development need of that district. What we need and what we put forth is somebody that comes with energy, someone who is willing to serve, a patriotic Nibadian. And that person is nobody else. We believe in our young man. He will make a difference. So we want to say thank you to the voter. Thank you to the people of Buyao.
Thank you. Siawete, over to you. You have Kelvin Matari here tonight. Your 2 questions to him. From you, we go to Mr. Mafasin. We go to Prentice, and then we end with Shadrach.
Thank you, Junior. Good evening to Mr. Matari.
Oh, good evening, brother. Siawete.
Yeah.
Long time, man.
Yeah. During the process of the by-election, there were series of hot and pull, like you said. I mean, now your candidate have won, and I know you guys are actually happy at this point. But my question to you is, what were your major challenge, and how do you determine to solve some of those rock and roll that you faced during the election? How do you intend to solve them?
Let me say by extension, let me first use this medium to tell the Vice President of this country we appreciate him so much because he has this decision by extension. EMDR, Kevin, all the people, Wallow, the Cadra, let people and the chairman of the party let them make the decision. And we never just sat in Monrovia. So we constituted a committee that went back home, and they brought a report. We subsequently endorsed this candidate. On that table, I can tell you, because you asked what the challenge is, on that table there was diverse decision or interest, and it was heated to make that decision. Everybody was crying. We get almost 2 days to register the National Election Commission. When y'all do that, and in political processes, it's not easy. People can just talk like you can do it anytime, but to make a decision in political processes is not easy. We're about to make a decision, and what are effects out of the party? Will you agree? And both of them say yes. Samekoga for that. Imagine other statement who are coming to the party to help the now chairman, Kopa Kura. And the district we're talking about is his district. He has over emphasized that I know who can win in the district. And we have different. But again, the result that the way we were looking at it, the way the district was looking at it. And today we have not come to bullet any other person. It's a lesson. We always sit on the table. He's an elderly person. And it was difficult for us to accept because the Prince Johnson, Senator Prince Johnson, the late Senator Prince Johnson that he replaced, Senator Johnson was a bold decision maker. He never shy away. So a senator that replaced him to start shying away, it was quite disappointing. But today, we say the elections are over. We all have won. And it's a lesson for us to move forward.
Thank you. Well, I listened to you. I know at some point when you were speaking, you emphasized, the when Senator Koga abstained from supporting the MDR candidate, like you said, I know it was a challenging moment for you as a political party. So moving forward, what are measures put in place that you can tell the Liberian people? Because most time when you say, someone was bold, from what I see, because if you listen to Koga too, he said there was conversation. Why is true? I don't want to dive into what has happened, but why are your plan as an executive committee member that such thing won't repeat? Because I think as an institution, when you are speaking, you need to speak with one voice and have a way forward. Because doing these things to the public sometimes it shows to the public, the party there are other misunderstanding, and they also play down the political party image.
So the point is whether the neutrality that he portrayed during the election, whether it injure our candidate. We say the neutrality of being neutral in that process if the senator supported the representative elect who have either 5,000 or won with perhaps 1,000 plus votes. Don't get me wrong. Samuel Gongban Koga is a strong decision person, and he has an influence in our district. If it's a long quadru way, facing the thing we're talking about Boris Badier, or coming to be distant politics we're talking.
Kelvin network is giving problem. I hope he rejoins us.
It's really bad.
Yeah, his network is really, really bad. But again, while we are with Kelvin, what do you make of our man Armstrong appearance? He said a lot of things, What do you foresee in the way Armstrong spoke? Let's start with you, Mr. Matheson.
I think, first of all, I want to say congratulations to him for his appointment. And I look forward to the political leader of CMC getting the very best of political advice or pieces of political advice that will help him achieve his goal as an individual and as a political institution. While any reasonable person will see it otherwise, I think that's the role. But let's dive into the possibility first and foremost. Before somebody can advise on strategic issues that borders on political sources, you first of all have to x-ray that individual own political life. Gobas Lebo has been one person who has changed barrage of political leaders. He has identified and worked with several other individuals. Sadly, many of those people, if not all, were not successful. His own political life can speak volumes. Beaten by Representative Joe Sonwabe, beaten by Senator Prince Johnson, beaten by Senator Yan Tuayen. One would think that his appointment is more like an SS baggage, as opposed to someone who brings substance, someone who brings leadership strategy, someone who knows how to reconcile, unite, and build a force. And if you look at bulk of his exposition, many of which were just wild accusations and being talk, it tells clearly that the CMC has got no interest in achieving the political manifesto or the reason for which they were established. Because the players can tell, and let's even look at the mode of leadership, configuration, and how one becomes a leader. Everyone is handpicked, and bulk of the leadership configuration are just NIMBA. And you form political institution that should sail across Liberia to be able to win the presidency of Liberia. Any political institution of that nature should fight across. Personally, that has been one issue that some of us have with the political party of Senator Johnson. Because to a larger extent, it was NIMBA.
Mr. Mavasi, I beg you, let's hold you there. We will come back to our post analysis. Let's get done with Kelvin shortly. Kelvin, welcome back.
The minister don't have data or what? What's going on?
I don't know what happened to the minister.
Mama, the minister don't have data. You first came, yeah? See what they?
No, the people keep calling the minister. Minister, you got to tell the people to stop calling you.
Yeah, seriously.
Wi-Fi, man.
But the LTA make
it. But the minister is saying people from NIMBA don't know about computer, so he's facing problem with the computer.
My brother, how are you?
Baba. And that here itself is a wild allegation against NIMBA. We are more than people who know how to use computer.
But why you say that, sir, when you got more engineer from NIMBA in computer science?
Let's welcome to the show.
Cedric, you can't
be already on your platform. As one of the engineer from NIMBA. You can't discourage no.
And you from LTA. You in the telecommunication industry.
Gentlemen, let's welcome to the show the CEO himself, Avi Sekas Jr. Good evening, welcome to the show. We'll come back to you shortly, but let's go to Mr. Mafasi as he concludes on Armstrong's story.
Yeah, so as I was saying, if you look at the leadership configuration of their party, one thing it tells is they are not an institution that is ready to do any serious political business. We see them as someone or as an institution that is doing big for other institutions. So it looks more like a reincarnation of CDC. So we don't see them as an independent political movement that have got plan for Liberia or that is working towards providing any alternative, serious alternative leadership for this country. And as a matter of fact, I don't want to delve into the performance of the Unity Party because one would think that I have association with Unity Party, and so I will have a soft spot. But if you look at the reputation of Liberia, international reputation of Liberia, when it comes to the diplomacy in the global politics, you will see that the Unity Party government has succeeded significantly in erasing the dark cloud over the diplomatic future of Liberia. So that's one achievement that as a Liberian, a passport carrier of Liberia who is traveling around the world and listening to different sizes of the device, you will be proud that at least we have ushered in a new day in the political history of our country, that Liberian passport is being respected. It's not in the hands of criminals and drug laws around the world. So that's one thing we should be proud of and celebrate so significantly. It's not going to be a quick fix. because it's easier to damage, but it's difficult to repair. For the past six years prior to the coming into office, the Boaka Kun administration, Liberia has been significantly injured. So to repair the wound, first and foremost, before you get to development, it's going to take time. So people like Goba will obviously identify their kind, and that's the direction in which he's heading. And I'm happy for him. I'm actually happy for him. But no serious-minded person who is focused, who has Liberia at heart, will want to form association with whatever institution called the CMC. It has got no future. It has got no direction. It has got no stake in the politics and leadership of Liberia. That's how I see it. One thing he talks about, Larry Yonkwe, it's just that we didn't have time to cross-examine him to know some of the things he's saying, that he was giving consultancy by UNDP and nepotistically. Sometimes the use of words by young political, exuberance of this generation, sometimes you question, some of their understanding. He said nepotism. Okay, if the position was taken from Larry Yonkwe, to whom was it given? Is the person related to the vice president?
Vice president.
Because to charge somebody of nepotism, it must be a favor that is border on relationship. But we don't know who occupies the position. So, his political advice is going to be like having a ship that is leading into a perfect direction. Then you brought a carpenter to captain the ship. Definitely you'll be heading for shipwreck. And that's what will happen to the CMC. If you can bring a Gopa Slepo to be a political advisor who's supposed to be streamlining political strategy, who's supposed to be advancing options and alternatives that will lead or grow the party, then I see the party as a stable pregnancy that is leading to abortion. Thank you.
A stable pregnancy that is leading to abortion. Mr. Matheson, Gopa will come for you. Kelvin, are you back? Please unmute your mic, Kelvin, please. I don't know what
Kelvin,
is
your
happening.
mic is muted. You are not BBC.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Welcome back. You were responding to, I think, one of the panelists' question.
Yeah, sorry, man. The internet is quite a distraction tonight, man.
Great.
So,
Who asked question to Kelvin earlier?
no, I think I
It
answered the
was me
question.
now.
See, the question was answered already.
Okay, great. So we now go to Mr. Matheson.
Mr. Matari, it's been a while, my man. How are you?
Yeah, thank you, brother. Since the election, I saw you. You just left it, man. You paid it fine, big brother.
I know Big Brother will always pay fine. That's the tradition. One thing that I'm looking at and wondering, like you said, from your initial exposition, you stressed disappointment and by default or in extension, lack of decision making on the part of the senator who is also a member of the MDR. My question is, now that the senator did not support the MDR candidate and you went on to winning the election, does that mean the senator has got no influence in the district, plus or minus the senator, the MDR commands the required influence and can do away with the senator and win election? That's number one.
I have a confusion question there. You want to I answer the question. The number one question I said, I recognize the newly elected senator Samuel Gongwen Kuka. I recognize the influence in the district. This is why I said if he was supported the let's say the elected representative, he would have had more than or triple of the numbers he had. And so it means that I agree with the question you asked him, man. You want to pull it together, that would be better than. I'm disappointed because we're not expecting what he did. And politics is politics. And that charge you running, he's supposed to take a side. It's now a history.
Okay. It's always good to hear from the house's mouth. My other question is, do you have a political leader, or could you please comment on the current leadership structure of the MDR to mention political leader, if there is any, chairman, and coming down the line? And the other thing to conclude with is the decision that derived Carter as a candidate and now representative-elect. You said earlier on that there were, research that was being conducted, which findings support your decision. Is it possible that you share a copy of the findings from the research with us, so that at least we are in the know that the decision was not derived from the blue?
So political processes, there are several ways you go to a particular convention or candidate convention to derive a decision. Either be by consensus or Asaria. I said, what happened? You for one, Asaria. So political processes, there are two ways. I mean, I'm not born playing in the horse Asaria.
For political,
So either be by consensus. Either be by consensus. Either be by consensus or the executive committee. Everybody will vote on the table. And the movement for democracy and reconstruction, we have always taken our decision based on consensus. Whether we go for convention, if there are 2-3 persons going for that same position, the MDR way of doing it, everybody will go around and talk to the other person and say, I beg you, please endorse this man. Go for that one. We will lobby among ourselves. We have always done it by tradition, by consensus. And it's not an offense in political processes. So we constituted a committee. There were 3 or 4 candidates in the election. They were lead person in a particular belt. Badie, Augusta Benkwa, Koto Kwagru, and another young guy. We constituted a committee. Yes, we believe in the gentleman, Koto Kwagru, but we wanted to see his manners or his flaws with the other gentleman who was already our partisan, a 6-month partisan or a 7-month partisan. And we went into the district. We never wanted to interfere in terms of the executive committee in Morovia. What we did was we worked with the Nima County chapter to go in District 5. And when they did all of the analysis, they brought it to the executive committee. And the 2 personalities who subjected themselves to that process, they were informed. This is what we'll do. If a report go against you, will you live by it? They said, no problem. And we'll make that decision. So in political processes, it's based on sometimes consensus based on an informed position. And it's not an offense. And the other question you were asking, whether the vice president is a political leader.
No,
You
I
now
didn't say the vice
understand.
president.
He
I
said,
didn't
who is
mention
the
vice president. I'm asking
Who is
if
a political leader?
if you have a political leader, if you have, or if there is none, what's the leadership structure of your party? And then before you come to that, Kelvin, before you come to that, I agree with you 100% that political decision can be derived either through the ballot or by consensus. Now, If you were to reference the decision that brought Wilmot Pay as chairman of the Unity Party and that of Joe Boakai as standard bearer in Banga, 2016, 2017, Boakai was by consensus. Wilmot Pay was by consensus. White ballot is also a consensus decision in politics. Now, the Unity Party has a resolution committee at the time that documented the entire process, consisting of Matheson David sitting or speaking, Boakai Jalipa, Ila Shirani, Senator Kwame Wiese, Honorable Tato Zotawu were the five. And the processes that brought them on board were documented. The Unity Party has got copy on its archive. The National Elections Commission has got copy, and I have copy. So I'm asking, in the process that derived your candidate, were there any documentation outlining the decision tree? And if yes, do you have copy that can be shared with us, BKS platform? That's my question.
Oh yes, we can do it. I understand that question. You just trying to drag that. Oh, I understand. I understood the question a long time. You were asking if I come on your platform. I said there were a report. So it means that there was a document submitted to the executive committee, to the chairman, the national chairman. So that document, whether our board say here too, because before we release document, it should be by the executive committee decision. It's in the custody of the executive committee. So it's another thing whether the executive committee will unanimously endorse my statement here tonight to say yes, Kelvin, for the media purposes, for transparency, because we are in a contemporary era, is another argument. But what I can say here tonight is we have
access to information act is by law.
Yeah. Okay. But we're talking about organization, a political organization. My brother, politics is not the way you look at it. Political party, ballot politician parties are different signs. And that science, you got to get inside to understand it contemporarily. So what I can tell you is there were a report, and that report was submitted to the executive committee. And that report, whether it will come to the public, the senior executive committee, when you seek that information that you're saying, then we'll say that again, we'll vote before we release it. Why are you laughing? So another question you asked was you were asking about who is a political leader. That was the question, right? So the Unity Party and the MDR, we are in a colorful alliance, and we enjoy our alliance. And we went for a convention in Gompa City. I can remember that was 2022 to 2023. And our convention brought people like us on board, brought the vice president, our political leader. When we came to Monrovia, he named surface, he subsequently now the vice president. And we are in a merger. He's one of the leaders in the ongoing, colorful, and the one we enjoy, we call the Unity Party Alliance. So he's one of the leaders, and the MDR is one of the lead party in our alliance. So what I can say is we are in a Unity Party Alliance. That answer that question there.
I'm on the phone. But why are you on the phone? Let me comment there. Kevin, Minister Kevin, I want to say thanks to you. You've been one of the few people from your camp and out there that has actually taken the bullet. You've been on here, I think from the onset, from the beginning, you've been on here making your case, even doing the attention that came out there about representing who was going to represent your party. I have to give it out to you. I want to say thank you. You made time for us. Even when your internet was giving you a hard time, you call and you make sure that you hammer your message home. There are some things we disagree on a little bit, but you clarify that, and I want to say thank you so much for that. You are welcome to this platform anytime. So I don't know if you know me personally. I'm from District 5.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm a son of District 5.
No,
I
yeah,
have
your face.
I have the radio station at
With the see,
yeah, that causing trouble over there.
okay,
But
you're doing
anyway,
a marvelous work.
yeah, thank you. So as a son of District 5, someone that loved that place and worked there a lot, and your candidate has won now. I want to say congratulations to you and to the NDR. For me, it's not a question. I just want to send a message to you, especially to the NDR party, to you about unity in our district. I don't know what plans you guys have to put together now that election is over. We are one people. We are brothers from that place. I recommend that you guys put something together in terms of bringing everybody back together, even those that didn't win, those that didn't stay along the party. However you guys can do to bring them back together. If you guys really want NDR to take a hold over there and really make a difference as you guys are doing, the first step would be to bring us together, everyone from Booyah there, to bring us together and map up a plan to work with our rep elect on how we all work together to help develop that place. As you said that place Booyah is not developed at all. One of the most underdeveloped district in Nima County. So we are looking forward to working with all of you, even the media, non-for-profit organization like us, on making sure that we work with our leader, who's now the rep elect, to make sure we make changes, positive impact in our district. But it will all come to you guys, our leader. We look forward to working with all of you. But again, I want to just send my congratulations message to you, to the rep, and to the entire NDR family.
Oh, thank you. So the election is a lesson to all of us, even you in the studio there, because for you, I follow you guys show. So now I can put something in a house. I listen to the BKS, then I listen to Spoon. I listen because we can play all the politics in Monrovia. They get something in the media business they call proximity. The news will always be of interest in terms of the community, the attraction it brings to you. And Nima is our community that is more paramount to us. So for me, I follow back home in terms of the multiple platform that we're talking about our community. And to you too, my brother, you were so harsh in the election on the MDR because of the decision. And sometimes politics is different. The man, I would say, I get all the people there. I will win the election. I will win it. I will do that. Look, my brother, like Mark Blumenking the last time, I might not be the biggest president or the oldest president, but I work with Eddie Snow. I work with Thomas Fowler. I work with Prince Johnson. We work with Prince Johnson. Then I'm working with Jeremiah Kuhn. So those are successful people in terms of politics, being successful in our country. To that level, people on our table, they were not small people. And when we make some of the decision, your manager look at our size. It was the best decision. It was not a perfect one. And you from Booyah, you might not necessarily be in the MDR, but the vision bearer of our party, he from Booyah. District number 5. So you to cherish the movement for democracy and reconstruction. You not necessarily got to be in the party. Now, Mark Blumenking on the platform the last time you were talking, say, Kevin Mata, I didn't know about, he didn't go National Election Commission. The MDR story and the Senator Johnson story is all our story. You necessarily got to be a party registered member. I said, absolutely no. You guys in the studio there, people will talk all that thing in Monrovia, but they appreciate all the way we behave the way we talk about our politics and the MDR. I said, people can do all that thing now, but when it comes to, and so sometimes we all are young people, you get problem with me, you call me, but we should not try to personalize the election. Let's talk about the issue, and for us, we always available. The big brother down there, David, he know me well. Out the year of Johnson. And, I got connected to Edison 2005, 2006, man, I said, nah, he's to do same business. And, we all came from that direction. For me to reach here, you want to tell me, say that one successful person I'm going to work with, I have worked with multiple people. Now he said, man, I'm MDR, man. The first time for me to see Prince Johnson, it was federal bid, and I was going for Prince Johnson to the port. We all put money together, we put gas in the car for them to go for him. And Prince Johnson came. My first time to see him, the horse he built to Dupont Road. That means he should change money for himself for me. And my brother, Dr. Gonza Matari, came. He started working with him. And you look at Kevin Matari, he said, man, become a Nina to National Election Commission. He know nothing about MDR, man, because you see me associating myself with Eddie Snow, with Tom Farah. And I can go right back to these same people. That how I do my life. I don't buy and blow. That's a relationship I build. And so like all our work together. I hear from Nima. Some people don't even know my story. They say, the man can speak you. They may not even know about Nima. My father is from Yamri Menslon. And my mother is from Tapeta. The matter of fact, my mother said, I said the mayor of Tapeta. She in the States now, I speak yo go. I know the man sometimes we struggle to speak. Etc. But we came over, we saw people wearing kosu, wearing gold, all kind of things. So we started behaving at them. So all with the same, but I'm just trying to say some of the things that was said by Mark Blue when he came here the last time, and even the Augusta Menkua, and he accused us. Oh, the man that took money, no. And you guys never understand. You say I look at him to say, I look at our big brother and tell him, say, my man, I know. I say he's a young age man. And he's a young man. I'm in my 40 now because I have some. I'm in my 45. He take my age when I'm again bombing. So that the point I was making, you guys never understood what I was saying. But we're all young people anyway.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Over to you, Prentice. Your 2 questions to Mr. Matari. From you, we go to Shadrach. Then we can ask Mr. Matari for his part.
Good evening, Minister. I think my question will actually start with the last question asked by Big Brother Mafasin David regarding the political leader position of your party. I heard you talk about the MDR colorful relationship with the Unity Party that I serve, which I salute. But we went with an informal alliance. And the ACOB, the Liberty Party, the MDR, and all of the alliance members, including the Movement for One Liberia, they all maintain their separate structures, including their political leader. So I come back to the question with this clarity. Who is the current political leader of MDR? Because the Unity Party constitution is clear. And I know that on the very day the vice president was announced, running mate to Ambassador Boaka, he had to sign a Unity Party membership form, and he himself has admitted that. So who is the current political leader of the MDR?
So the journalists and the political commentator, they just look at, when you talk about a political leadership in a particular political institution, political leadership comes when you go in for election or after elections, and you have the standard bearer, but not necessarily in some cases. is it Chairman Kopakura? He is the lead person now in here and the Secretary General of the party and the National Vice Chair and other Vice Chair. They are leading the charge in terms of administrative processes and other political processes until election time. So the political leadership is just a ceremonial position. Don't get me wrong. By tradition, for election, everybody, oh, the political leader, the other person. But in other political jurisdiction, you don't hear that. Political leader. Even go right here, Ghana. There's nothing called political leader right after election. Those that stay with our political party, people are the very vice chair, the Secretary General. And, but just a ceremonial position, but to satisfy your curiosity, what we can say is we are in a unity party alliance. Oh, yes, we went for a convention. Jeremiah Kun was elected as a political leader, or he was, because we were elected as for the various positions, including the non-vice president. So we came, he haven't resigned. I agree with you, from the political leadership of the party. But when we came to Monrovia, there was a alliance that were put together. And today, we are enjoying our alliance. The Unity Party executive, the MPR executive, sometimes the president and non-president call out to the house. The last time, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, we all introduce ourselves, we make point, we call, and we enjoying our relationship with both parties. So you will never understand except you put a political garment on. The whole thing are happening now in the country with Jeremiah Kun, MDR, and Unity Party. They just say, we're all again. Yeah, we agree. Saying, we're all when he got in all when it comes to multiple intervention in the party. He doing it, but I say, we all, then we agree. I'll answer the other question because the question here, you gotta take that.
That question I can answer. Y'all lead the man not answer the question. I still ask the same question over.
Yeah, because I really like how he put in it because
the man answer the question.
He himself, they were all elected for a term. They were elected for a duration of time that they should serve. Now the vice president has to leave them to go to the Unity Party. So what becomes of his position? Who is in that Senate barrelship? There where we can get a very clear-cut answer.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, the NPR is very
let's move on to the next one. Man, answer the question.
We'll reach to that point. We'll reach to that point, and we'll close that one. We'll reach to that point. So one of the things I wanted to say is in election and the MDR should be commended. What we did, my brother. The executive committee and the party stood by one of us. The brother came on the show the last time somebody was saying, oh, the man I get master degree, the man I get the Senator Johnson I will serve. I'm not discouraging that passion and that energy. Kotakua group, you see what that man will do. That gentleman, firstly, he's a religious person. That one thing, you do all your thing, but once you love God, and that gentleman believes in himself. Look at his history. And he has come this far. He been in a party. And we stood with him. And young people, let us not discourage each other. If you're not supporting the person, you don't got to be so negative about the president. Some people will be negative about you from start.
My final question: For how long your representative elect them in your party?
Who does that in our generation? If I'm not supporting you,
no, I didn't get that last question.
So
His network is kind of giving problem again. So
Calvin, don't
That's
send no free.
difficult.
Minister Matari.
Yeah, then that Cedric LTA network representative minister.
Next time we got to send Sergio to. If you send Sergio, at whatever point our studio guests will be for intervention.
So, anyways, while we still await the minister to rejoin us, I'd like to say good evening to all of you that are following us today on Facebook and on YouTube. We have Darius Cargo watching us from Ganta City, Nima County. Maurice Ian Kake is also watching the show. And Sonia Nembi is also watching. Stanley Kai is also watching the show. Like I say, good evening to all of you and welcome to the Heat Tower here on BKS Television. The minister is here. Prentice, your last question.
Yeah, Mr. Go again. Mr. Hammer last.
So I don't know what is happening to the minister network.
LTA people, you got to do well with it. They never been in a control.
Don't worry. It will get better gradually.
That I seen them make chicken and get tea today.
But the thing, people also don't understand is the how they call it, the gadget tab people using also it got impact on your network. More often we buy big cell phone, we feel like it's no original, but actually we check that phone, not original phone. That phone, some people buy phone, they say it's a 4G phone, it's this phone, but check that phone feature actually it's not a 4G phone. So it also got impact on that network. But
we have one session on this so you can educate the people.
No, seriously. We are still building our platform as well, but we got more education on the platform to be educating people, not only for telecommunication alone, but a lot of new sectors and professionals that we all know part of. So someday you will be like almost a panel guest, you just explain about your profession and whatsoever, then we ask this question. Yeah, but for now,
since the minister left, I will. Yes, sir.
We go back to the discussion about the CMC and go back.
Yeah, let's go back to Armstrong. We are out of time already. Probably we might not have the.
You raised issue earlier on the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development.
Yes, sir. But
Minister is back.
Minister is back.
Yeah.
Please unmute yourself, Minister.
Unmute.
Okay, Prentice, your last question.
B5 Minister.
Yeah, so for how long the representative elect who you consider your candidate has been a part of the party?
Kevin, you are muted, Minister.
Kevin, you are muted. Please.
He been in the party for almost.
He has muted again. Is it pain when your phone? Someone was your phone was muted.
You are getting me now, right?
Yes. Yes, we hear you.
So I was saying that Koto Kuagru, he been in our party for almost 20 or 15 years. Because it was the CNUDP that metamorphosized into the MDR. So some of the argument is because someone who was a lead player don't know Koto Kuagru, then it means that he was never an MDR partisan. We say absolutely no. And I brought our scenario with Dr. Dodo and H. Berman Famuda. Dr. Dodo wrote a piece here. He was one of the junior comrades during the Red Riot. And Dr. Famula said no. So the argument that the Dodo was raising was, I was just a junior comrade for Nima, who was a student. Well, I admire you guys. Well, one of the power man. He said no, because you know the man. How will you come on a platform and say because you know Kotokuaglu, during the NUDP time, I know Kevin Matari, man. That time, they mean I was not member. So you knew all the young comrades who supported Senator Johnson. There just few people came in leadership, people like us. There were people who even started the struggle with Senator Johnson. They never came to leadership. So it means that they're not MDR party, UDP person. We say absolutely no. That young comrade, you are with Jeremiah Kuhn, Senator Johnson. I saw Senator Johnson just love people who are innovative. And when you see that passion, that bravery in you, so that young man, he's a diehard supporter of the Johnsons.
What? See, Shadrach, let's hear you. You have two questions.
You're getting me right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister and dear brother Kelvin DJ Matadi. How are you doing? All right.
Oh, I'm doing pretty well. Now,
okay, Minister. I believe that a political party is generally considered as an institutional institution. Let me say it that way, with rules and regulations. We have internal rules. We have rules that govern the membership, how membership behave, and how the institution perform, interact with the public and the governments. Now, you as an institutional, how they call it, base organization with rules and regulations that govern that particular party. During your primary process, the primary conductor, everyone took part in that primary based on your rules, that govern your party. And your candidate who now represented elect won that primary. But a member of party who is now one of the executive members of our county, Senator Goga, after the primary, was somehow disenchanted and distanced himself from the party's election. He declared himself neutral in the process. Now your party candidate won the election. How can you reconcile the representative elect and the senator who distanced himself because his choice was not selected on during the primary?
So like I said, I will not mention my word on this one. I said the senator action was disappointing because he is an institutional person. To play a neutral role in a particular political process that everybody was looking up to MDR. That action was quite disappointing. But the executive committee will also meet whether the level of injury his action caused. There will be some discussion on that. But what I can see around the table from the executive committee member is, A, we have won an election, and winning can supersede everything. He had learned a lesson that, I was looking at it the other way around, but they were looking at it this way, and I think that decision was the best. That very night that the result was coming, I was listening to Koga on your show, and he was making all the analysis. Somebody said about the analysis he making, so it means I quarter down win. You know all that thing. Why you support the man? And you remember he came on your show that night, right? You were making analysis. Qatar being the district, Qatar kept all his base. So you knew all of these variables. Why you never supported this young man? Because you have personal problem with him. But again, we have won an election. Winning supersede all other things. Well, we will use a medium because your medium is, to my understanding, that is relay in a particular district we're talking about.
Yes.
All right. My last question, Minister.
Or reconcile. Samuel Gongwen Koka hail from that very quickly. I thought, anyway.
All right. Thank you, Minister. So, actually, my question was about how can you reconcile the two candidates to work together? But my last question. Now, your candidate during the election period, the campaign period in the district, there was some allegation about violence in the district among your between your candidate and one of the candidates, Boris Badie. And again, during the day of the election, there was alleged allegation of one of your supporters of the candidate was no cutter of a firearm in the district during the day of the election, allegedly. Now, with these allegations and violence took place in the district as a political party institution who have won the election, what are the plans for you and your candidate or as an institution in reconciling the district people to have a common ground for development in that district?
So the issue about rumors or allegation in the district, you know that when they arrested those gentlemen, they said that I know that BKS reporter, it went viral. So elections come with all the fever. But as I speak to you, I think the police is investigating some of the allegations, and we don't want to intrude in terms of superseding or undermine some of the investigation. So we are waiting as a political party for that police investigation, the outcome, if I can say. But what we can say is elections are over. Election is not small thing for people to look. Imagine some people using their resources. There was a gentleman in our district who came from America, right? He was in the district. I think a fiancé or a friend were on your show the last night. So there are people who put their resources. Not everybody can accept defeat easily. Some people just look at it the other way around. Not everybody go in defeat, they come back. Not everybody can go in election and be normal. Some people after election psychologically, something happened to them. Say, yeah, the people are power. But I don't understand the way in behaving after the election. Going election or elective position. There are multiple things people can do. Sometimes people take loan, people take they want, and even the energy you put into it. The psychological impact is not easy. What about somebody being physically involved in election? So what we can say is the election is over as a political institution. If any case the police station said that we know about, we will go, we will play the community role to take that case. As I speak to you, we've been calling Boris Badie, the gentleman, to even lead the entire process. But when somebody fighting, you got to lead them some more. Defeat not easy. That few days pass more. As the night go, he will sleep and say, let me just lead the thing. Because defeat is not easy. Kotakuagu won the election convincingly. He won the election. His supporter cut across. That guy, whatever he worked for, they were in our district. And we took a bold decision to support him.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Minister. Thank you for for being here tonight. Let's go to you, Siawite. I don't know if you have asked your question or not.
Yeah, I will ask you first.
Okay, great. So, in your final words, Minister, what can you tell people of Buyao and the people of Nima County listening to you right now?
John, I want to place this to him so he can add it to his final word, please.
Okay.
Mr. Matadi,
Yeah.
history has proven that Nima is the home of the MDR. Also, subsequent elections has validated that argument. Now that we have an emerging Nima party called the CMC, in your closing, where do you stand? Does that matter? You are standing in Nima. Where do you stand?
Well, look at the last election. Look at the last election. Mutability, representability. His intention was to actually undermine and distract the movement for democracy and reconstruction in Nima. And that was a wrong venue. The calculation was wrong. To look at Nima and have an alternative party honor the movement for democracy and reconstruction, that calculation was wrong. Look at the last election, not the last election, the senatorial election. Look at the number a candidate got. We beat him flat in Sakalapi Mount District. A political leader who hailed from a particular district with a candidate. And we only showed that one time. It's just that political party is just a man on distraction. My brother who been around for some time. If you know about Liberian politics, there are just 3 political parties in the whole country. Because Liberty Party, I want to talk about Liberty Party, leave the inner alliance, we don't want to talk about our weaknesses. But you got Unity Party, you got CDC, and the MDR. MDR is in the picture because we have Nima. I'm not saying that we're arrogant. We have Nima, my brother. The Nima people appreciate Senator Johnson for the last almost 4 decades. He served them. The Nima people know there's no distraction or anything but a. We will bring a candidate, like the candidate we brought. People are trying to bring an educational background. We were saying on a multiple radio station telling the people that Kota Kuragu is not a novice. If you go to the House of Representatives, he will contribute. He will contribute on the infrastructure public work committee. I said, absolutely no. The first thing to serve is then you serve. But deliver. I work with the House of Representatives from office assistant. I became a press officer. Y'all getting me right?
Yes, go ahead.
Y'all getting me?
Yeah, go ahead, Chief. You can give your parting comment now, please. We don't have time now, favor.
Most of the best lawmakers we saw in the legislature, they were not a PhD. Look at Dada Tugba. Dada Tugba from Bon County. He was a worst performing legislator. Some of the people that have performed, they come from the technical background. You got to be radical before you survive down there. So I see someone with passion. I see someone with a technical know-how who know about the district, who want to serve them. And from all the analysis and the person we have interacted with, I think Buyao is represented and that gentleman would never make them shame. And for us to from the party, we will help to guide him. No man, no all. Some of all will be chipping in. We'll never leave alone. So we have come again to tell the people of Buyao, District number 5, thank you. We always excited. You never make us shame. You make one of the best decisions, and you will enjoy that decision. That decision is about the yield result. Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting me tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Minister Kelvin DJ Matadi. Thank you. And so, folks, that was the voice of Minister Kelvin DJ Matadi speaking to us this evening about the win of Representative Koto Kwaru of District number 5, Nima County. It has been a good show. You've been listening to the Heat Hour here on BKS Television and BKS Radio Station. We've gone 25 minutes into our time. Hopefully tomorrow we'll discuss President Boakai's trip. But again, they have the list of about 23 persons going for that trip. I don't know much about that Tokyo trip. I don't know the importance of it, but we're going to discuss it here again tomorrow to let the people know what it means to the Liberian people, why all of the ministers are going. So it has been a good show. Let's turn over to you, Siawete, for your parting comments in 30 seconds.
Yeah, John, it was a good show. I mean, nothing much to say. We have exhausted what we had to say. So we want to thank our guest, Kevin, for appearing. You know, he's one person. Whenever we invite him, he make himself available. So, I mean, we appreciate him for your presence. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Shadrach, let's hear you. Your parting comment in 30 seconds. From you, we'll go to Mr. Matheson, then we'll go to Prentice.
Yeah, thank you, Gino, and thanks to all the panelists and our guests. Tonight, in my parting comment, shortly, I would just want to say, our first, I would call it a broad guest, Goba, is one of the, probably I can say, more confused young men in Nema. So most of the statement made to that after to be counted a serious no issue. So from speaking, you know that you're not a serious person there, but senior brother Martin rightly said if CMC were really leading to a direction of leadership or serious or getting stated power, they won't have appointed someone that could be a vassal to
what do you mean, Shadrach? Goba got influence, you know.
No, that having influence in the negative form is different than having influence in the positive form. So if you are Father Goba in Nema, no cases that he has been involved with, he are always be on the negative side. And to be in that kind of a political space or people continue you to lead a community and you are not organized and be disjointed adequately, that kind of approach, who will trust you, my brother? That be real, yes. We're not politicians, but see the fact of
Shadrach, to a mate, Armstrong is disenchanted, you know. Armstrong want job, you know. If anybody in Liberia that needs
job, I cut you off. Armstrong, not disenchanted, all about other youth people. We had expectation of sacrifices we have made from the past to bring other people to power. We don't have the benefit, the equivalent, the dividend that we expect. We don't have it, but we say we need professional. We are moving. Some other called some they mean that the person will not talk, but we know why we inherit, know why we are bearing within us. But
thank you.
No.
Thank you, Chief. Mr. Matheson, over to you. Your parting comment in 30 seconds.
All right. On the overall, it was a great show, and I want to say thanks to our both guests. Irrespective of Goba's own position on issues, one thing I admire him for is his boldness. He will never hold back. He will always speak his mind, regardless of the manner in which he made his presentation, which I think is something that most young people of nowadays are lacking. People are not confident of themselves and their opinions on matter, which is something that he has to credit. And to the MDR and that of District 5, I would think that there is a holistic reconciliation efforts needed. They have to reconcile their party, maintain their strength. They have proven over the years to be a party of substance, especially when it comes to electioneering in Liberia. Like Kelvin said, if you were to count political parties based on vote percentages acquired as required by NEC, you'll be talking about the Unity Party, the CDC, and MDR will be number 3, or will not be far from the 3 or 4th place, which is healthy. And especially now that there is an emerging alternative party coming from NIMBA, they will have to work towards uniting and solidifying their bases so as to not lose sight or lose hold of NIMBA. And in District 5, I would want to tell the representative elect the process will always come with several scars. There will be several marks. I have been to election and I understand how it is in terms of sacrificing and consolidating your resources towards that effort, and it yields no result. It can be frustrating, it can be painful, but as a leader elect, it's important that you reach out to those who did not make it, because elections will always have one winner, even though multiple candidates, but they will always have one winner. So it will be responsible on his part, especially the representative elect, Honorable Koto Kwagru, to reach out to all the candidates, bring them on the table, tap into their various ideas and plans for the district, unite and and lead with a singular voice. I think that will help his agenda. He's very young. He has a long way to go. It's always not welcoming that a young man first job will be an honorable job, and afterwards you have nothing to show, and you have reached to the zenith in life, quote unquote. You might not even want to come back into whatever little hustle you used to do before, because society will not look at you in a pleasing way. So to have that entry level, into government, to be an honorable position, I think it behooves him, or the onus is on him, to consolidate and reconcile his district, to have a united voice and united people to work with. That will augurs well for his administration and the district at large. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I bring this over to you at 30 seconds. Give us a parting comment.
Yeah, thank you, Junior, and to all panelists and our 2 guests that came for the show this evening. So we're looking forward to the representative elect in District 5 uniting his people, because his work can only get much easier if he's able to bring his people back where they dislodge their differences as a result of whatever, including the just ended campaign, for them to work together. Then by that means he's going to work it, or his work is going to be much smoother than one can imagine. And with the concerns regarding the CMC, I'm always big on multi-party democracy. So, and the CMC and other political parties being breathed out, I understand that Monserrato Senator Sir Joseph is also coming up with his own political party. And before 2029, those several other parties will surface. And that's the beauty of democracy. But again, we look forward to having more interaction on here with folks from the CMC. Let's see what new ideas they bring in. Let's see how they can be able to move. Because so far, I think a major concern has been that the CMC having its major configuration, across NIMBA, pinpoints to a fact that they're not really certain about getting the presidency, but to honor court votes across NIMBA, where other pundits have been considering the party as an auxiliary to the CDC, that they reduce votes in NIMBA, and then should, in case there be a run-up between the Unity Party and the CDC, they can give support to the CDC in future election. But again, let's keep having conversation with them. Let's see new ideas that they offer. Let's see fresh thoughts that they bring on board, and from their own perspective, how they do things better than the Unity Party, the MDR, and other political institutions that have dominated the political space in Nimba.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Hope to see all of you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.